Yeah, you hear all the time, if you read the Foresters or the Gartners, and we have them speak at our events, and you read all the hottest book, they're always talking about transforming everything and making a completely new company. But at the end of the day, you got to get these wins. Hi, it's Alex Jarrett with Technology Executives Club, and you're watching another episode of CIOs Unleashed, where you'll get insights, inspiration, and strategies that actually work. Be sure and visit us at technologyexecutivesclub.com, where you can get your first masterclass workshop on demand worth $297 for free. That's technologyexecutivesclub.com. Or the business isn't going to listen to you, right? You got to, if you're not taking care
great point.
Go ahead,
Alex. I think if you listen to the firm, they'll listen to you. Listen to the company, they'll listen to you. Listen to your residents, they'll listen to you. And so it's interesting. We've talked today about chatbots. That was where my head was a few years ago. I was thinking about chatbots, right? Because I went to a tech conference and I saw it and I thought that looks cool. I wonder if that's something we could use down the road. So that was kind of percolating in the back of my head. In 2018, our shared services leadership actually met. We had listening sessions across the whole company. And we met with everybody who talked with us. We had town halls. It was a road show. We did virtual. We did in person. We did it all. And we wanted the good. We wanted the bad. We wanted their pain. We wanted to know everything we possibly could. So we tracked. We had a chart, and we did the dot method where you throw dots next to your issues. We had the top 20 things. And the number one thing by far was onboarding, undetected by me. Nobody in IT was thinking about that much about onboarding as such a pain point. Right. And, so keep in mind, I mentioned growth, right? We've grown about 60% per year. Well, onboarding, right? And this would have gone completely, like I said, undetected if we hadn't asked. So listening. We felt that pain too in IT because bringing on people, when we tried to integrate these new people into our systems, we felt that pain too because of how complicated it is. And I might give you a little context as to why that is. Bringing in an attorney is a project. Bringing on an employee is like a micro project, but bringing on an attorney, you're basically bringing in a small company. It's like a merger or an acquisition because they bring a book of business. They tend to come with their own staff. They have paralegals and legal administrative professionals. They have associate attorneys, of counsel attorneys. So suddenly one person that you're bringing in is actually bringing in 15 people and $3 million in business, right? And so that's a huge project. So we actually did some arithmetic and figured that we spent about $100,000 a year just in IT on onboarding new people. And that's at a company of only about, at that time, 300, 400, 500 people. Huge for us as a ratio of our spend, right? And it gets complicated because obviously we're doing the normal stuff. We're adding them to email. We're setting up, dozens of email distribution groups. We're adding them to the intranet and staff directory and stuff like that everybody would have to do. But then we're also setting up their document management controls. We're also setting up all the rules and responsibility around their practice for the state and the state's bar. So all of that access, we figured that kind of the non-traditional onboarding stuff was costing us about 50 grand in and of itself. And so that kind of is half and half. It's a lot of work. And this was mostly labor. This was somebody in the IT department sitting down with their team and really kind of having meetings almost every day for weeks. And you can see how those costs can go up pretty quickly. So we went to the market to find a solution. And, I was thinking about how chatbots run. I didn't really care about a chatbot. I cared about how they run. And so back in 2018, 2019, I started going to market and talking with a lot of folks, like some of the folks, very similar stories to the ones that we heard today. But I was looking for more kind of background automation, kind of the operations side automation, because for us, onboarding is about 10% front of house, 90% back of house. And so we met with a lot of folks, and we ended up picking a company called Ayahu, which is a strange name, and we still kind of get a chuckle whenever we use that name. I found out it's actually a Hebrew word that stands for "where is he?" And so they came up with this company idea back in the mid-2010s because they were trying to figure out, like, every time you try and call your network admin at 2 a.m., you're trying to, where is he? Right? Because the server crashed or something like that. So I thought it was kind of creative name to their company. But But what happens now is we're able to take what in some cases would be a 4-day project just to onboard a single employee, and we're able to do that now in 0.04 seconds. That's the power of automating that workflow. And obviously we're talking about things like, their Active Directory account, their Exchange accounts, Azure, Logic Monitor, which is our monitoring system for the whole company, ServiceNow, which is obviously our ticket and asset management, SharePoint, Duo for multi-factor, Cisco for our phones. It automatically sets up a phone for them. Slack, all that stuff is just in the blink of an eye set up. So the HR professional or the hiring manager, or both usually, and sometimes the appropriate team like facilities or you name it, will get that checklist. All these things were completed. As soon as they hit submit, it immediately kicks back. So it's a really compelling story.
Hi, it's Alex Jarrett, and thanks for watching another episode of CIOs Unleashed, brought to you by TechnologyExecutivesClub.com. If you like today's episode, be sure and comment to join the conversation, and like, share, and follow. And don't forget, visit us at TechnologyExecutivesClub.com, where you can get your first masterclass workshop on demand worth $297 for free. That's TechnologyExecutivesClub.com.